The Target Series took a race off as the Gatorade Cup Series Peddler Truck Series went to Michigan, but now it is back for its second chase race of the season. We're heading to Noon, Iowa at the Iowa Speedway for the running of the AMP Energy 300. The front of the field is all JD Motorsports, as the top three positions are held by Trip McGinnis, Sebastian Kukulon, and Diego Yepes, three teammates from JD Motorsports inside the top three. To their outside and in fourth is Derek Hamlin. Rounding out the top five is Anthony Hernandez in the 7 car. Then sixth is Justin Zeidel. Seventh place we have Greg Lee. Eighth is Luke Ray, comes in third in points. Ninth we have Dylan Ebrahimian, and Jason Larker rounds out the top 10. For the rest of the field, there's Paul Taylor, who's outside William Seaman in the 3. Then Levi Jones, who's inside Jake Gow with the 19. Behind them, Ko Luigi and Trey Rainey, along with Eli Bright and Steve Larker. Then there's Samet Oskin and Jennifer Buford, with Mathis Wells and Alexander Rowe. Then Simon Bloomfield and Anton Charlebois. Behind them, Adam McDowell and Mike Burrow, along with Nathan Ormond and Greg Torres. Then there's France Device and Riley Spurley Tube, with Ryan Brommer and Kashawn Richardson. Then we have Jonathan Rains and Max Anderson, with second in points Danny Lloyd and Patrick Smith in the 86th. Then there's Oliver Galloway and Jose Mills, with Colton Yo and George Cooper in the final row. Holds points there. Jeff Wright will start 41st here today in Iowa. Who's outside 42nd is number 40 of William Bullen. So there is our 42-car field for the AMP Energy 300 here in Newton, Iowa. Let's go to track. Time fire the engines up for chase race number 2 in the Target Series.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the 42 cars firing their engines up as we get ready for battle in chase race number 2 of 10 in the Target Series season number 8. And the JD Motorsports teammates of Trip McGinnis, Sebastian Kukulon, and Diego Yepes will lead the field to the green flag here today. So it could be a good point save for some chasers, as not many start towards the front. Kukulon starts up here, Luke Rain, Jake Gow, and some others, but that's basically it for the drivers that start inside the top 15. 45 laps here in Iowa. Pace car is in. Who will leave with a good point stay and get going on the right foot? Green flag, we're racing in Iowa. Trip McGinnis leads teammate Diego Yepes on lap 1. Anthony Hernandez is 7 up to 2nd. Greg Lee to 4th in the 60 car. Now Yepes looks low on his teammate Trip McGinnis as they try to go side by side. The only gets to cover off the top sign, stays clear for now as they race up to turn number 3. First time at full speed. Once again, 0-1 up the racetrack. Yepes on the bottom lane trying to get there on his teammate. As they come off turn 4, he is down there. However, the 0-1 still leads the lap. And Hernandez, the 7, just watching, wondering where he can go. Off to turn 1. Yepes still side by side with teammate McGinnis. He's going to try and clear down the backstretch. Got a good run there. 0-1. Yepes tried to slide up and he takes the spot away. Yepes out in front in the AMP Energy 300 on lap 3, but has a challenge from Anthony Hernandez, the 7 car. Junior Motorsports trying to break up this front of the field JD Motorsports battle. Hernandez inside for the lead on Diego Yepes. He'll take it off turn 2. There's Greg Lee with them. That's 2 drivers that missed the chase. Have had decently good seasons. They race through 3 and 4. Hernandez up the racetrack. Lee bottom lane to 60. Here they come down the front stretch. It'll be Hernandez leading the lap. He's clear for the lead. Greg Lee clear in 2nd. Trip McGinnis down in line, the 0-1. Coming now for 3rd. Gets by teammate Diego Yepes. The 0 though fighting back on the outside. Kukulon and the yellow flag for our first time. It's Jeff Bright. The 1 is around. Danny Lloyd the 21 as well. There's Jonathan Rains the 61. Yes, Nathan Orman the 2 as well. So the front of the field racing back to the start-finish line. Hopefully they don't run into anyone up here. Hernandez with the race lead at the start-finish line. Greg Lee 2nd. Ooh, I think they all got by though. I think they are all clean to go. Our first yellow flag early on here in the AMP Energy turn. Hernandez led them back in the 7 car with Greg Lee in 2nd. Let's see the reason for the caution. Dane Lloyd looks like has some damage. Jonathan Rains, Jeff Brent, some others are torn up after caution number 1 here in Iowa. Well, this took a little bit to set up, not going to lie. Trey Rainey, the 52, up top, falling back. Steve Larker, the 51, middle lane for him as they race their way through 3 and 4. Larker, middle lane, Trey Rainey, top side, and the 51 gets up and wipes Trey Rainey out. And Riley's Spurley Tube sends the 52 for a ride down the front stretch. He impacts the outside wall. So Matt Oskin comes in. He'll hit the 52. Trey Rainey, though, gets going again. Not too bad damage for the 52 breaker. Here's a stack up with Jeff Bright, Danny Lloyd, Jonathan Rains. They come in and they actually pile drive. Orman, the 2 as well, does get some damage. So Jeff Bright comes in at the points here. Danny Lloyd comes in 2nd in points. They're both going to be at the back of the field now with some damage because of the checkup right there. It all kind of got run over there. No one was able to react in time to slow their cars down, but something interesting I want here. No, here Trey Rainey goes around off the front bumper of the 51 Steve Larker. We recall back around season 4 in the Target Series as these two that had a battle at Auto Club. Followed up a few races later at Phoenix where they raced side by side to the checkered flag, mostly cleanly. Haven't said anything about them since, but now, here at Iowa, second chase race, the non-chaser Larker wrecks the chaser Trey Rainey. Whether it be purpose or accidental, yet to be decided, but tough break for Trey Rainey, one of our chasers there. But this is 7 of Anthony Hernandez with the race lead. Greg Lee, the 1 in second. They will have a restart to deal with early on in the NR2003. The 7, Anthony Hernandez with the race lead here in Iowa. The field coming back to the green flag on lap number 10. It's the 7 of Anthony Hernandez out in front and in control for the restart. Simat Oskin camps after issues from 93, puts him out of the race. All 41 cars still left on the racetrack on that besides that 93. So it'll be interesting to see how everyone gets going on this restart. Hernandez is 7 with the race lead right here so far in Iowa. Greg Lee behind him in second. They have Trip McGinnis third. Sebastian Kukla on fourth. Diego Pez fifth. So those 3 teammates still inside the top 5. Basically where they started. Green flag back in the air for Anthony Hernandez. We're back racing in Iowa. Greg Lee second. And the 3 teammates of McGinnis, Kukla, Pez, and Jake Coward, the 19, up inside the top 10 to 6th. He has a teammate just behind him, the 18, Justin Zidell. McGinnis looks for second down the back on Greg Lee to turn 3. He has the inside lane. He'll move Lee up the track, and Trip McGinnis is through to second. The 01 car's clear. Kukla on the 4. Here he comes, bomb lane. He'll move his way to third. He'll look for second now on Trip McGinnis. Here comes Kukla beneath the 01, his teammates. They race side by side down the backstretch. It's always great when you can be racing your teammates like this. You know they'll probably race you with respect, race you hard but clean. You should normally see that at teammates. And I think the 4, the 01, the 0 right now, they know that they have teammates around. There'll be some good racing up at the front. But Greg Lee wants to split them up. He does not want to get them out in front. Lee wants second back as Hernandez loves the battling behind and just continue to lead right here in Iowa. 4 slips up the racetrack. Kukla up towards the wall, almost into it. Greg Lee, the 60, through to second. Kukla, the 4, is kicked back on the outside lane. Now there's no hole in line. He has to hope that someone right like that, Yepez could knock off the corner. He has to hope that something like that happens to where he can get in line. Right now he's still on the outside. The 4, Kukla has his teammate beneath him. Now Jake Galloway shoved up at his teammate. Galloway up top, his teammate Justin Zidell to the inside the 18 car. He'll grab 6th away, and that puts a chaser on the outside lane. That's 2 chasers right now on the outside. Paul Taylor, he's licking his chops right now. He sees 2 chasers on the outside falling back in front. But Kukla might be able to get down line. The 4 right there. No! Zidell fills the hole down low. I think Kukla might have that position, though. Be interesting to see if he does off to turn 1. Zidell drives it hard to the bottom lane. Paul Taylor, he's the 18's biggest fan right now. But look at Cole Luigi, a non-chaser, attacking that 99 for a spot inside the top 10. Oh, he's there. He drove it hard to the 99. Gets by him easily in 3 and 4. Luigi raced up at the front for most of the race in the Penzo Truck Series last night. He wants redemption to win here today in the Target Series. 30 laps to go for these drivers. The battle for 30. Yepez trying to get around Greg Lee as Strip against Anthony Hernandez are clear first and second. The 7 has done a great job since he's gotten up front controlling this race, not letting anyone get to him. So now Paul Taylor on the outside. He might drop back a few positions. Jake Gowen, the 19, has found a hole in line. So there's a shot trying to gain those spots back. And now JD Motorsports up inside from second to fourth. The 01, the 0, the 4. But now Kukla with his teammate Yepez. They bounce side by side down the back for third. Kukla the inside, Yepez the outside. Give it to the 4 off turn 4. Got a good run there. So Sebastian Kukla through to third in the 4 car. Greg Lee looking for fourth. Now the 60. Accurate battle. Jake Gowich trying to regain some ground that he lost on the outside. Gets by Paul Taylor. That's a point right there. It's still never even a non-chaser to his outside. Just want every point you can get, though. Every position you can get. For the lead, though. McGinnis got 2 Hernandez. He'll get by him off turn 4. Give it to McGinnis to lead the lap. Hernandez drops back now. Can he get in line? Try and just regroup. Stay with that 01. He drives it hard to the corner deep on the outside. And he'll drop back down the backstretch. Greg Lee, the 60, up to third. Zidell to the bottom lane, grabs fourth away. Here comes Colui to the 42, looking even lower. And look at Hernandez attacking back for the lead. Got a good run McGinnis that time. Here comes the 7 to the 01. Now McGinnis slides up the racetrack. Hernandez got a good opening on the bottom lane right here. He could have gotten the gas down, couldn't get the power down on corner exit. The 7 stays with the 01 though. not letting McGinnis get away. Greg Lee in third, just watching, wants those front two to battle, get side by side, slow each other down. On the outside, Dylan Ebrahim falling back. Jake Galloway grabs some spine. He's up to 8th for the number 19 car. And Hernandez stalking again for the lead as they come off turn 2. Down to the back stretch. He is there in the 0-1 to turn 3. Oh, slid it hard to the corner. Almost got to the side of the 0-1. And Hernandez trying to clear off turn 4, and he does. Hernandez back up from the Amp Energy 300. But don't look now. Greg Lee looking for second in the 60 car. He has that nose to try and get to the race lead as well. Great run off turn 2. Here comes Lee inside for the lead. Side by side down the back. Greg Lee, Trip McGinnis in line. Can he look for a crossover? The 0-1 car. Got a good run there. And Cole Luigi in 4th. Lee will lead the lap of the 60 car. Here comes McGinnis, the 0-1. Cole Luigi the 42. On the bottom, moving forward. McGinnis looks low in the 60 now off turn 2. Great run for McGinnis. Great run again. Trip McGinnis sliding up there. He'll grab the top spot back. Hernandez through the second again. Cole Luigi for third on Greg Lee. Zaydel keeps 5th. Kukulan, Yepez, Galloway, Buford, and Ebrahimian are the front 10 currently. Esteban on side by side for third. Now the front 2. Hernandez right with the 0-1 again. McGinnis cannot get away. Hernandez not letting him get away. Here comes the 7 again. Side by side for lead off turn 4. To lead at the left, give it to the 7 Hernandez. Cole Luigi emerges in 30. He's clear now. Lee is on the outside. He'll drop back. Here comes Zaydel inside the 18 car. Justin Zaydel for 4th on Greg Lee. They race side by side. Kim McGinnis get in line behind the 7. Look for a crossover. Here it comes looking low again. The 7 slid wide. The 0-1's back to the bottom lane. Trip McGinnis will lead the lap this time by the start finish on 20 to go in Iowa. Great racing at the front. Those two are not letting each other get away. Cole Luigi in 3rd now. Zaydel for 4th, the 18 car. He might look for 3rd down the backstretch. Great run for the 18. Luigi gonna try and get down right there. Zaydel gonna drive a hard kick to 42 the bumper. Zaydel slides through 3 and 4. Saves his car. Lost some momentum. Luigi keeps 3rd for now. And Hernandez is not letting the 0-1 get away. 7 is still there on the 0-1's bumper. But now McGinnis with the drive off. Gets away from the 7 for now. Down the backstretch. Lee still falling back on the outside. It's a hole right there to get down in front of Yepez. The 0 may give him the 60. The bumper up the racetrack. This is the battle for 5th. Yepez wants it badly. He won last night in the Pennzoil Truck Series race. Can he win today in the Target Series race? He's inside the top 5 late. In front of the field, a little spread out single file. Yepez, Trip McGinnis going to try and get away from Hernandez and the others behind. And look at this. Buford puts Galloway at the track. Body slams the 19. Dropping back almost on the wall for the 19 Galloway. He saves it, but loses some position there and some time. Now he's on the outside, and Chaser Kukulan is there. Chaser Paul Taylor. Look at the 19, the 4 to his bumper. That's a battle for a point right there. Every point matters under this system. Here comes Hernandez, the 7, back on Trip McGinnis. Not letting him get away. 16 to go in Iowa. Hernandez still with the 0-1. Lap traffic ahead, but Anthony Hernandez has the inside lane off turn 2. He has his nose there, side by side for the lead. Anthony Hernandez the 7, Trip McGinnis the 0-1. Hard to the core for the 7, and the inside lane buries it down to the bottom, and coming to 15 to go. New race leader again, Hernandez back out front. And Luigi now the 42, first time he's bound for a second. He'll lose by Trip McGinnis, or can he? Luigi gonna get by Trip McGinnis, and now it's a sights on Anthony Hernandez down the backstretch. He has not won this season, neither has the 7. Oh, bump right there, contact for the lead. Luigi inside, Hernandez outside. To lead with 14 to go, give it to Cole. Luigi at the start-finish line. 4 cars for the lead, make it 5. Yepez joins the party. Zaydel the 18, look at Trip McGinnis down low. Great run for the 0-1. Hernandez get clear, try for a crossover. Look at that 7 car, the 0-1 slides up to the side of the 42. Hernandez gonna take advantage of that, look at 3 wide. Hernandez, McGinnis, 13 to go. The 0-1 leads, the 7 inside. Incredible racing at the front here in Iowa. And we still have 13 more laps of this. Zaydel, Luigi side by side for 3rd. Remember the last time those two were side by side. Luigi gonna try and block him off right there. Hernandez slides up from the 0-1. Luigi back for 2nd. Zaydel there on the bumper of the 42. Luigi back through to 2nd. Hernandez clear in the lead, but slides big time up the racetrack in 1 and 2, and gets the 4 to the bottom off turn 2. Hernandez trying to stay in front of that 42, trying the hardest he can. He's probably had the best car today, but late in the race, it's fading. Luigi inside for the lead. Cole, Luigi, Anthony Hernandez, 11 to go. They're side by side. Zaidel gonna move to third right there, and look, he's gonna move to second. Hernandez slings wide again. The 7, the handling going away. It's fading now. Trent McGinnis, the 01. He'll move to the inside of the 7. Hernandez on the outside with nowhere to go. 10 to go in the Amp Energy 300. Cole Luigi leads. Zaidel, Trent McGinnis, the others inside the top 3. 42 up the racetrack, 18 bottom lane. Zaidel, side by side. Yepes moves to 4th, getting by Hernandez in the 7. Zaidel, Luigi still down for the lead. 18 slides up. 42 still up there. Maybe some contact. Beating and banging down the front stretch. Under 10 to go. And them two fooling around allowed Trent McGinnis, the 01, to close in. It's not over yet. Zaidel to the front. The 18 is the only Joe Gibbs Racing car that has not won a race this season. Jake Galloway's teammate has 3. Kashawn Richards' teammate has 2. Can Justin Zaidel win the first for the 18 team here in Iowa in the chase? Has hold off Trent McGinnis and some others to win the race. McGinnis inside once again for the lead. Luigi down line 30. Yepes tight in the dirty air, falls back into the clutch of Jeff Buford for 4th. 3 cars pull away to lead. McGinnis tried to slide if the 18 was up there, but that allows the bomb down to Cole Luigi the 42 down low. 7 to go in Iowa. Trent McGinnis out in front by a good margin. Cole Luigi in 2nd. Luigi kind of chased the 01 up the racetrack, but keeping it in line for now pretty well. Coming to 6 to go in the Amp Energy 300. Jonathan Rains has had the 61. When do they catch him? Who does he hold up? Does he hold anyone up? 6 to go in the Amp Energy 300. Trent McGinnis still leading the race. Greg Lee up inside the top 5. His teammate Jeff Buford just in front of him. So Roush from my Racing coming forward late, but you have a shot to win. Now the 61 ahead. They will catch him very shortly. McGinnis holding a nice bottom lane there. The 01 doing a great job out front. They're going to catch him down the front stretch. McGinnis going to go low on Rains. Trent McGinnis beneath the 61 with 5 to go. Yellow flag would end the race. McGinnis, he'll get around Jonathan Rains through 1 and 2. Now Cole Luigi has to get by and keep touch. Oh, but the 61 blocked him off right there. Sure, Luigi's not going to be happy about that. He needs to get by him right here off turn 4. Buford will move to 3rd. There's smoke on the front stretch. We stay green though. And Rains is not doing Luigi any favors right here with 4 to go. He needs to move out of the way. McGinnis going to pull away. Luigi's got to be frustrated by the 61. He's going to look to the inside again. He'll get by, but is it too late? Has McGinnis pulled a nice gap coming to 3 to go to where it might be impossible to run him down? 3 to go in Iowa. McGinnis pulls a gap over Luigi and Buford. If the 01 goes on to win this race, I think he can thank that 61 in his post-race interview, because that held the 42 and the others up to where now they're going to be bound for 2nd behind. McGinnis has a nice gap. They're sliding up, making contact for 2nd. Jennifer Buford, the 16. Will move by to 2nd, but has 2 laps to go to try and find any charge to get to that 01. Luigi into the wall from 3rd. Will drop back on the outside, however, the 61 lets him go. I think that one is too big of a lead coming to the white flag. This might be McGinnis' 2nd victory of the season. Off of turn number 4. White flag is shown. Last lap for Daytona winner Trent McGinnis. Just under 9/10 of a mile left, and he'll win in Iowa. Jennifer Buford trying hard, driving it hard to the corners, but is too late to mount a charge. One of the drivers who dominated the race alongside Anthony Hernandez, he'll pull to victory lane. Trent McGinnis and JD Motorsports wins the Amp Energy 300 in Iowa. Buford, Luigi cross inside the top 5. Kukulan, McGinnis' teammate, also finishes up inside the top 10. But it's Trent McGinnis winning it for JD Motorsports. 3 of them start inside the top 3 positions and ends up with one of them winning here today in Iowa. Great racing there at the end. Lap car Jonathan Rains maybe, though, impacted the race for the win. Let's go see the finishing results of the Amp Energy 300. Here are the finishing results from the Amp Energy 300, the Iowa Speedway. There was 1 caution flag during the race early on for 4 laps, and 15 lead changes among 6 different drivers. Definitely got wild towards the end of this race, as it's Trent McGinnis starting on the pole, leading 20 laps, the most of anyone here today, and winning the race. Not too shabby for the 01 team here in Iowa, with Jennifer Buford on the charge late in the race, but was just too far back to mount a charge. In 2nd, Cole Luigi, another consistent race, but so close once again. Iowa, he'll end up 3rd. Sebastian Kukla on the highest chaser with 4th. That's some great points for the 4 team, and Greg Lee rounds out the top 5 to 60. Then Justin Edel 6th. Anthony as the other dominant car of the day winds up in the 7th position. 19 laps led for him, so just 1 short of the 1's lap led total. Dylan Freeman 8th, Jason Larker 9th, and Diego Yepes rounds out the top 10. Inside the top 10, we only had 1 chaser, Sebastian Kukulon the 4. The next highest chaser was 11th, Jake Galloway. Then Mathis Wells 13th, Paul Taylor, Luke Rainey 14th and 15th, Seaman in 17th, Simon Bloomfield 20th. So a lot of chasers inside the top 20, however, not many were inside the top 10. As we look down right here, 21st to 40th. Franz Device 25th, Jeff Bright bounced back to 26th, Lloyd up to 27th. And you look down, Colton Yo in 33rd, and Trey Rainey, obviously that damage did play an impact in that 52, 39th for him. Levi Shones also had a camshaft issue during the race later on, and that put him out, just like some Matt Oskins issues. At the right side, we see the point standings, and it's Jake Galloway on top of the points, but not by much. Only 1 point separates he and Kukulon and Luke Rainey, who are right now tied for a second in the points. Jeff Bright still has 16 points. He's still up there pretty far. Mathis Wells now has 15 points, so he's jumped his way up a little bit there. Danny Lloyd still with 14, so he's still pretty far up. You have drivers like, but then you go down, you have drivers like Franz Device, he has 6 points so far. Or Trey Rainey with only 3 points so far. The 52 looks like he was going to start out the chase on a hot streak. He won at Hillside the last race to make the chase, but so far it's been famine for the 52 in the chase. Hopefully they can turn it around. They have a shot at the championship, because it looked like they were going to have a great shot at the championship during the regular season, but right now it's not been the finish the 52 needs. Once again, only 2 chase races in though. You can recover from this. As long as Trey doesn't have many more bad days throughout the chase, he should be fine. If you go out and be the highest chaser next race out, that would definitely be beneficial for the 52 team to try and get themselves up into points contention. But we look ahead now to our 3rd chase race of the season. We'll head to a crazy racetrack. We go Pensacola Racing, Super Speedway Racing, the Can-Am 300. I will see you guys then.